I saw that the Critical Drinker did 2 videos on it. And like, I wanted to watch this video like yesterday, but apparently it was blocked by HBO. So it wasn't up, but now it's back up. It's woke shit again. Oh yeah, I saw pictures, but I am curious. I actually really like the Critical Drinker. He's just really cool.
That I've always had misgivings about Season 2 of The Last of Us, because like anyone who played the game, I know exactly what it's leading to. And the first episode seemed to bear out a lot of my concerns.
You gotta give it to them that at least they didn't pussy out and they didn't change it. Okay, they were like, okay, we are going to fall once, we are going to fall twice, and they fall yet again. How did they make the second? There's only one game. That's a good question. How did they make a season 2 when there's only one game? I wish they would have made a Last of Us second game, but they just didn't. Interesting.
Tedious slog through trite interpersonal dramas and...
I am sorry. I am so sorry, but this girl is... She was a choice. She was... you know what's bad? She's not ugly, right? She's not ugly, but she's styled so strangely. It's almost like they styled her to look like a balding man. But like give her some bangs for fuck's sake or something. Do something. There must be like
an angsty teen romances.
Oh, no.
Ellie's gay.
Yeah, I actually did like her in A Game of Thrones too. I think she was really good for the role. I think she did have bangs in Game of Thrones.
Hey, by the way. A poorly explained conflict between the two leads that will only make sense if you've played the games. A lightweight action sequence that reduced the infected to more of a mild inconvenience than an exorcism.
This is... Yeah, this is Ellie, by the way. Yeah, yeah.
That say they slash them. Also, I'm pretty sure she said she's gonna be a dad.
Yeah, whatever she wants to be. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The entire reason I didn't want to watch this series is because of this casting. I was just too upset at it. I didn't think it would work, and I don't think it works. I'm sorry.
Than an existential threat to humanity, and possibly one of the most insane fight scenes ever committed to film. So it was kind of a cautious, underwhelming start.
Well, at least the girlfriend is cute.
To the season that didn't give us a whole lot to grapple with. Episode 2, on the other hand, is where shit gets real. And boy, does it get real fast. But how does it compare to the game, you ask? Is it...
Dude, she looks cute. I think she is supposed to be Abby, right? And like, we know how Abby was in the game, and she looks very, very adorable. And she... That's... Yeah, Abby was jacked. Like, she had a lot of muscles. This girl doesn't have any muscles. She's supposed to be like this, like, menacing figure who's like going and fucking shit up, and she's just like, I'm just a girl. I'm just a pretty girl.
You ask, is it better or worse? And can it possibly make the overall narrative of The Last of Us Part 2 work? Well, grab your bigot sandwiches and let's find out
Dude, why couldn't they cut like a bangs like this for her? This is so easy. That's all she needs. Like, she could have... Oh, I'm so mad about the styling.
Together, shall we? Now, obviously this review is going to contain all kinds of delicious spoilers for both the show and the game, and if you don't want to know what's coming up, then go take part in something more enjoyable, like an exorcism. Anyway, the episode centers around
me when I first got my period, basically. The very first time it happened, it's like, Mom, something is going on.
exorcism. Anyway, the episode centers around two major events. A mass attack against the settlement of Jackson that provides a
Oh my god, the North remembers! Winter is coming!
neat distraction and forms a kind of apocalyptic backdrop to the big
Nice.
character moment of the show, which is the death of Joel at the hands of Abby. Although, in honor of Game Abby,
Wait, Joel dies because he's beaten up with a golf club? I didn't know much about the second game. Did he die to a golf club? Yes? Ah, bro, that's such a lame way to die, man. They could have just put him out for the zombos to eat him, like, and just like, you hear the menacing screams or something. Like, getting beaten by a golf club? No?
of Abby. Although, in honor of Game Abby,
Oh,
and
right. I'm sorry. Yeah, they did. Look at the muscles. Where are the muscles? Where are the muscles on Abby, man?
the fact that they clearly couldn't find an actual human being of, her proportions.
Are you saying that girls can't have muscles? Okay, that's not true. Have you guys not seen some of those WWE fighter chicks? Like, those girls, oh my god, there is one who keeps getting onto my TikTok page. She has like dark black hair and she's like incredibly hot and she could just crack my head open like a watermelon. Oh.
I'm going to refer to her from now
Yeah.
on as Mini Gigantor. Anyway, the gist is that Mini Gigantor and her band of not-so-merry men have tracked Joel back to his home in Jackson.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. This girl, isn't this the girl from that upcoming game? That sci-fi game that they just announced? And it's like in space, but it has like that. Yeah, right? She does look like her. I forgot the name of it. They just, is it Intergalactic? They just announced it and everyone was like, oh, it's going to be Vogue and it's weird. It's like a sci-fi, but like retro vibes. The one they cancelled? No. No. What was it? Was it Intergalactic? Looks so bad. Yeah, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophecy. The what? Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet? Yeah, like this chick. Am I being Delulu? Wait. Where is she? Thank you, YouTube, for not cooperating with me. This chick. Her face looked like it, I swear. Although she's more manly here. I don't know. This is becoming a new preset for like characters, I'm afraid. I can't tell the difference.
Men have tracked Joel back to his home in Jackson, but because the place is heavily fortified,
It's a crossover.
there's
It's the same universe. They were trying to tell us something.
no way they can fight their way inside to get to him. But what to do? Mini Gigantor doesn't have any fucking ideas, so she goes off to stand on a mountain for a while and freeze her arse off while she ponders the
I wanna be called Mini Gigantor. Can I be called Mini Gigantor?
improbability of female bodybuilders in a post-apocalyptic world without access to steroids and HGH. The irony here, though, is that if they'd just observed the place for a while, they would have realised that Jackson basically has an open-door policy when it comes to refugees, and they probably could have bluffed their way inside and killed Joel at their leisure. Luckily for them, though, and for the convenience of the plot, the mountain comes to Muhammad in this case when Joel goes out on patrol and just so happens to run into Mini Gigantor as she's being attacked by a horde of the infected.
Oh no. Is it like that in the game too? Like Joel saves Abby only to Abby to bash him
You
in
are
the
our
face?
Mini Gigantor for sure.
What a stroke of luck!
Paying the on
Unable
point
to get
tax.
back to Jackson, the group takes shelter
that's
in
so
the lodge
sad.
where the rest of Mini Gigantor's group are holed up, allowing her to get the drop on him and savagely beat him to death.
I am so sorry, but she has such unfortunate facial features. Like, if you would show me this still, I wouldn't be able to tell her that that's a lady. I would be like, that's a boy.
Beat him to death just as Ellie arrives to witness it. So far, so Last of Us Part 2.
Take you, Maverick! It's the styling, man. It's not her. They did a weird styling. That girl looks actually super cute when they style her well.
But how does the show compare to the game? Well, the interesting thing is that it's actually both better and worse depending on your perspective here. First up, I'll give you the positives. One of the biggest and best changes is the big set piece battle in Jackson, which never actually happens in the game, but provides a much needed kick in the arse for this season and a reminder of how dangerous the infected actually are in large numbers.
There's no makeup in the apocalypse? Wrong. There's always time to be fabulous. Look at the zombos. They are fabulous too.
Shot, epic, visceral, action-packed, and for once, the human defenders actually make smart use of their resources. Mostly. I'm not sure about the resolution though. I mean, once the infected break into the place in large numbers, it really seems like they've been overrun, but when we cut back to it at the end of the episode, the defenders are mopping up the last of the infected with no clear indication of how the tide turns. All this is really just window dressing though. The more important change is the confrontation between Joel and Mini Gigantor, and this is where things are gonna get contentious.
It's Joel over. That's what it is. It's Joel over.
See, the showrunners are clearly aware of the criticism leveled at the game and the generalized hatred for Abby as a character, where she basically just shows up and kills Joel without any explanation. Here, there's a much more obvious attempt to develop her motivations and show a more human, vulnerable side to her right off the bat.
I feel like that they only fucked up one thing about The Last of Us, is that I guarantee you, I'm like 1000% guarantee you, that there must have been half the population who watched it was like a 30 to 40-year-old woman who is gooning for Pedro Pascal, and they just don't want to watch it without him. I guarantee you that they are just Pedro Pascal gooners. And if they kill Pedro in the first or second episode, I don't know when it happened, then they are not gonna watch it because the goon is gone.
The actress does a great job with the material, really selling the idea of a loving daughter out to avenge the death of her father, and overall, I empathised with her a lot more than I did with the game version, which isn't exactly difficult.
Like, look at that,
overall,
man.
I empathised with her a lot more than I did with the game version.
Look at that, man. He's like daddy. Every woman is just like on the couch with a tub of ice cream, hands are slowly sliding onto the thighs, and it's like, okay, daddy, whatever you say. The man also goon for Pedro. Okay, I'm sorry, fellas. I didn't mean to exclude you from the gooning. Everyone is gooning for Mr. Pascal.
Version, which isn't exactly difficult. I've empathized more with things floating in my toilet bowl than that.
I am not airing out my fantasies. He's not even my type. I'm just saying that he's an objectively very handsome looking man, and I understand if you would happen to goon for him. Sure, he is not.
Big slab of beef. The setup has also changed slightly so that Joel is paired up with Dina on patrol now, who gives away his name in the heat of the moment and tips Mini Gigantor off that she's found her man. Again, a small change, but an important one to make Joel less of a fucking moron. That being said, it's still frustrating as fuck that he doesn't even attempt to justify his actions from the first season when he's given ample opportunities to do it. I'm not saying it would have changed her mind or anything, but it might at least give her pause for thought if he'd said, "I'm really sorry, but your dad was about to murder an innocent girl that I cared deeply about, and I didn't want to kill him, but it was the only way to save her life."
He literally looks like an average dude.
You're so wrong. You're so wrong. Oh my god, you're so wrong. He does not. He's hot. And I'm not even into him.
You were in my position, you'd have done exactly the same thing, young lady. Well, having Joel just sit there and...
Come on, he looks good. Like, listen, if you would be... I don't know how old is he. How is he, like 50? 40? I don't know jack about ages. But like, he's definitely more on the mature side. What is it? Pedro Pascal age. He is 50. He's exactly 50. Like, you would be lucky to look like this.
They're in silence while young women blame...
I have seen so many meme edits of this person that I cannot unsee it anymore. It's the egg. They have cursed me with that bloody egg edit on it. I just cannot unsee it. But do you see it? Like if you would just like cut like a little bit of hair over her, she would be more similar than Ellie, and people wouldn't make fun of her. I blame the stylist, man. The stylist can eat an egg through their asshole.
For stuff that wasn't his fault is one of the hallmarks of the second game, so I guess there's no reason not to shove it in here too. Like I say, little decisions like these do help to correct the mistakes made by the game. Unfortunately, they come with their own sets of problems. Giving Mini Gigantor a clear motivation right off the bat and drawing out Joel's death means that the shock factor is gone this time around. Basically, everyone who's been following the show knew exactly what it was leading to, and so there's no element of surprise to his death now. It's just something we all knew was coming. Likewise, having a realistically proportioned actress playing Abby makes her a much more believable and vulnerable character now, which definitely helps the audience empathise with her. The downside is that Caitlin Dever is only like 5'2" and looks like she weighs about 100 pounds soaking.
Bro, it's so sad though. Like, if she gets saved, then wouldn't you call that like, okay, you saved me from the Zombo, I'm not going to kill you because you killed my daddy. Like, I would have punched Joel in the dick, but I wouldn't have killed him.
Wet, so how can I put this? She's not the most intimidating antagonist you'll ever see. In fact, most of her gang absolutely tower over her, so it's kind of hard to buy her as this hard driving.
I swear to God, that girl, that shaved head girl, all I see is that fucking trailer, man. I swear to God, we are starting to live in the Matrix, and I'm starting to realize the sign. And she's one of the preset, pre-made body type 2 sort of characters, and she just like, yes, I'm going to roll with that. I feel like we are actually realizing where the walls of the Matrix is. Yeah, the type 2 default, man. Oh, that's awful. I want to go back to the older version of the Matrix.
Kind of hard to buy her as this hard-driving, intimidating leader that they'll follow to the ends of the earth. The bigger question, though, is where exactly does...
Wait, Borg? Question mark?
How to ruin a good female character 101. Make them be the only person known to be immune to the virus that has plagued humanity. Make the opportunity to pass this game-changing trait on to the next generation impossible by turning them into a bull bake. And to top it off, as if that wasn't enough, make this character cool with being in the chair. Cinema.
I guess.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
To be fair, I don't think that it matters whether Ellie likes a girl or a boy, because just because you would get pregnant, it doesn't guarantee that your offspring would be, like, having the same immunity, since it would come from, like, you know, 2 different people, unless she can have sex with herself, and it's just her own genes, so I don't think that matters that much.
Does the show go from here without Joel to anchor it? Much as Pedro Pascal has become a double-barreled meme for his habit of showing up in absolutely everything, and...
Ellie performs mitosis. And it's just her forehead gets like an inch tall. Oh no.
Being possibly the worst dressed man in all of Hollywood, one thing you can't deny is that he's a pretty good actor who brings a certain charisma to most projects he's in. Without him around...
This picture is haunting me. Dude, it's haunting me. What is this? Bro, is this acting? I think I could act. I know I couldn't because I couldn't remember the lines, but I could nail this one.
Round, it's really up to Bella Ramsey to carry the show now, and... Well, I think you can see where I'm going with this one. Her version of Ellie is nowhere near as likeable and compelling as her game counterpart, and with nobody to play against and balance her out, it does make me wonder if the worst thing about this show will end up being its fucking protagonists. I don't know, man. Up until now, we've wondered if The Last of Us was going to follow in the footsteps of the video games, or course correct in response to all the criticism. It's currently doing a bit of both, but definitely leaning towards the former. Time will tell if the gamble pays off. Also, just a little reminder that there's about 10 days left to go.
Oh yeah, he's making a movie as well. What was this? Dude, I swear to God, is this not the same girl? Am I being delulu?